7th Avenue you're talking?
Yeah. What if you go right and you were to take 169 around? Would that be faster?
Well,
If you're to go
yeah.
further north?
It's kind of out of the way.
It is, but
It's kind
would
of
it
a
be
roundabout
faster?
way, I don't know.
Just because you're right, the traffic.
It's just.
Even though.
And if I need to get,
Oh,
I need to get up earlier.
Call the meeting to order. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Pledge of Allegiance
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, we'll go on the roll call. Let the record show that Eric Strandberg and Craig Johnson are not present. Everyone else is here. We have citizen comments. I don't believe anybody's here, obviously. We'll go into board member committee reports. Start with Howard.
I showed up for the welcome back morning thing on Wednesday and then was there for the lunch meet and appearance for
I think I
the
saw
staff.
your picture on Facebook.
Oh, ish.
Yeah.
Who in the heck did that? Yeah, that was it.
All right.
That, we got lots of likes on that one.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
Hundreds of them.
Is he still alive? Yeah. Mhm.
Well, I'm next in line. I was at agenda planning, and right before this meeting was finance meeting.
All I had was finance today.
And all I had was finance as well.
And I also went to greet Welcome Back and listen to Ben's opening remarks and serve lunch.
All right. And we'll move on to the superintendent report. Or student council report.
We have a new student council rep who will introduce herself and tell us what she's doing.
Hi, I'm Ellie Pomerlew. I'm a junior this year. And so far in student council, we've had one meeting with our new members and we broke into our new committees and started planning for homecoming.
Okay. Superintendent.
Thank
And
you.
welcome to.
And welcome, yeah. That's awesome. You did a great job, by the way.
Thank you.
A special time of the year. I mean, this is why your board members and I'm a superintendent is for students, and students came this week, and the last couple of weeks have been really rewarding in preparation for today. Last week, I think we had great energy, lots of excitement, lots of positivity amongst the staff, and we really focused on building a foundation of being a team. Talked a lot about the importance of building relationships and having a solid foundation of a positive climate and culture to build learning upon. And, I felt like we're ready to go. We also had a day that was filled with other important items. We had a session on suicide prevention. We had a session on preparing if there was an active shooter in the school district. We had some additional training on some of our framework for teacher evaluation, some of the Marzano changes in that system, and we just wanted to have everybody hear the same thing and be on the same page with that. And then we also had a presentation on seizure safe, so that our staff recognizes, what to do in the case that someone would have a seizure. And then staff had time in their room, and then we also, staff was preparing for open houses, and that was great. And then this morning, we had the primary school had just second grade today, and the intermediate school had 3. All of their students attend. The middle school had just 6th grade, but we had the 8th grader leaders come and help prepare those students and welcome them and orientate them. And at the high school, we had a great event where the 9th graders were there just today, and we had link leaders, welcoming and preparing them for the year. So all in all, a great day. We had about half of our students in the district. Now the next couple of days, then we will get all of our students. A couple, problem-solving situations at the end of the day with some busing, making sure everyone's on the right routes and those kinds of things. we're going to have to really step up our game when the kindergarten and first grade start, because that, takes it to a whole nother level to make sure that those students really know what buses to get on to be transported home. And it's very serious business, and parents really want their children to come home and safe and not have to worry. So those little things like that. So that's all I got.
All right, we'll move on to approve the agenda. Is there a motion to approve the agenda?
So moved.
Motion was made by Howard. Is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Deb. Any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Discuss and act on previous board meeting minutes. Is there a motion to approve the previous board meeting minutes?
Second.
Motion was made by Chad Young, seconded by Howard Valancourt. Is there any discussion? Hearing none, all in favor, say aye. Aye. Move on to consent. Is there a motion to the consent agenda?
So moved.
Is there a second?
Second.
Motion was made by Deb, was seconded by Sue. Is there any discussion? Hearing no discussion, all in favor say aye. Aye. Information, move on to the first reading of policies. Ben?
Well, I guess we're just presenting them as is.
These are all the first reading of policies, and they're just being renewed, correct? No changes, I take it? All right.
The summary
Yeah,
there
I was
has a
gonna say
couple of
there's
things.
something there. Yeah.
Yeah, these were all ran through the policy
Yeah.
committee, and we went through and we changed, we compared both the older policy and the new policy and made any updates.
Yeah, and the first thing there says, summary of changes, so it's just some aligning, some updates, and just a legal reference. That's all we got through.
All right. Moving on to B, November 6th meeting.
I asked for this to be on the agenda. As you know, that's election night. And, every district handles that a little bit differently. As I understand it, Princeton has actually had their meeting after the polls have closed at 8:05-ish. And I have never experienced that. I always thought, you move the date. So anyways, I wanted to bring it to the group. Is that what you want to continue? Or would you like to change the date? Or would you like to just have one meeting for that month?
Well, we only have one meeting in November, so would that cause a problem?
I don't believe
I mean,
so.
in December.
December, yeah.
I said
I know
November.
what you meant though.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you think we'll have a long agenda in November?
The audit is usually accepted at the November 6th. So it'll change the format probably for November and December, because we'll have to kind of do our workshop and meeting in the same. But I don't think it's crisis will make the deadlines for the audit. We have to have that to the state November 30th.
December.
Or would
That
you
would
rather
give
change
us-
the date? I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
give
open
us
to either
plenty
one of
time
those.
on the 20th.
Thanks. Yeah. Which one is it in December that we're not having?
The sixth.
The first one,
The first one's not a
yeah,
meeting?
we always
Okay.
have the second.
Okay, that's right.
So there's nothing on the 4th of December.
No,
No, we always have one in December.
I'm open to whatever the board decides to do. Quite honestly, though, I would probably just prefer to move that day.
I would prefer to move the day because I don't want to do an 8 o'clock. I want to watch results.
Well, I guess that was my main reason for bringing this. Okay, it's midterm elections. It's an important night in politics. We have members that are running for positions. It's going to be a late meeting. You know, there's a lot of reasons to not have it that night. So that's why I thought it's a worthy discussion to have anyways.
For
Was it
sure.
better to have it on the 5th or the 7th?
I was thinking on it, because the 7th would be the Wednesday.
7 won't work for me.
5th would work for me.
Yeah, me too.
And the 5th may not work for me.
This was what we had last year. We had acceptance of the audit and we had the food service contract, which we won't have this year. So we did not have a very significant agenda. It's just your normal consent. So we could probably pretty easily put most of that in one meeting that month.
That'll work.
So you'd have a combined meeting workshop
On the 20th.
on the 20th. We could do that.
I can live with that.
Yeah, that sounds good to me
Yeah.
too.
Let's do that.
Okay, thank you.
So the 6th is out, right?
Yes.
Emily will remind us.
Yeah.
All right, move on to action items. Second reading of policy 514, bullying prohibition. Is there a motion to accept the policy 514?
So moved.
Second it.
Motion was made by Deb, seconded by Chad. Is there any discussion? I'd just like to say good work on this. I mean, the district-wide and those that were involved in it. Very great.
I agree.
Very good
And
policy.
thank you for that comment. I'll make sure that I pass it on to that group. They did work really hard. But now, you know, the now implementing it with fidelity is even more important.
All right. All in favor, say aye. Aye.
Aye.
Any additions to the agenda? There were none. Future meetings are listed there for your entertainment. Motion to adjourn.
So moved.
Motion is made by Howard, seconded by Sue. Quickest meeting ever. Motion.
Yeah. 13 minutes.
Bruce,
Thanks,
what?
everybody.
You will be making up for it
I've
next time.
needed
Yeah, just out of curiosity. So like
Just a
when
Nope,
we
just a
do
month
the
ago. That's all
first
you gotta
reading
be
of the
yet.
policy, would you like me to?
Yeah,
be
because it's